everyone, welcome to my show. I'm the Empath, and we're back with Babble. So we pick up in Leviticus chapter 26. Yeah. Blessings for obedience. The Lord said, Do not make idols or set up statues, stone pillars, or carved stones to worship. I am the Lord your God. Keep the religious festivals and honor the place where I am worshipped. I am the Lord. If you live according to my laws and obey my commands, I will send you rain at the right time, so that the land will produce crops and the trees will bear fruit. Your crops will be so plentiful that you will still be harvesting grain when it is time to pick grapes, and you will still be picking grapes when it is time to plant grain. You will have all that you want to eat, and you can live in safety in your land. I will give you peace in your land, and you can sleep without being afraid of anyone. I will get rid of the dangerous animals in the land, and there will be no more war there. You will be victorious over your enemies. 5 of you will be able to defeat 100, and 100 will be able to defeat 10,000. I will bless you and give you many children. I will keep my part of the covenant that I made with you. Your harvests will be so plentiful that they will last for a year, and even then you will have to throw away what is left, or the old harvest, what is left of the old harvest, to make room for the new. I will live among you in my sacred tent, and I will never turn away from you. I will be with you. I will be your God, and you will be my people. I, the Lord your God, brought you out of Egypt so that you would no longer be slaves. I broke the power that held you down, and I let you walk with your head held high. So God's got a pretty good relationship with us, and us with Him. We're set at this point. But knowing how things tended to go, they're gonna mess that up pretty quickly and pretty foolishly. Punishment for disobedience. The Lord said, If you will not obey my commands, you will be punished. If you refuse to obey my laws and commands and break the covenant I have made with you, I will punish you. I will bring disaster on you, incurable diseases and fevers that will make you blind and cause your life to waste away. You will plant your crops, but it will do you no good, because your enemies will conquer you and eat what you have grown. I will turn against you so that you will be defeated, and those who hate you will rule over you. You will be so terrified that you will run when no one is chasing you. If even after all of this you still do not obey me, I will increase your punishment 7 times. I will break your stubborn pride. There will be no rain, and your land will be dry and as hard as iron. All your hard work will do you no good, because your land will not produce crops and the trees will not bear fruit. If you still continue to resist me and refuse to obey me, I will again increase your punishment 7 times. I will send dangerous animals among you, and they will kill your children, destroy your livestock, and leave so few of you that your roads will be deserted. If after all of this punishment you still do not listen to me, but continue to defy me, then I will turn on you and punish you 7 times harder than before. I will bring war on you to punish you for breaking our covenant, and if you gather in your cities for safety, I will send incurable diseases among you, and you will be forced to surrender to your enemies. I will cut off your food supply, so that 10 women will need only 1 oven to bake all the bread they have. They will ration it out, and when you have eaten it all, you will still be hungry. If after all of this you still continue to defy me and refuse to obey me, then in my anger I will turn on you and again make your punishment 7 times worse than before. I'm sensing a pattern here. Your hunger will be so great that you will eat your own children. I will destroy your places of worship on the hills, tear down your incense altars, and throw your dead bodies on your fallen idols. In utter disgust, I will turn your cities into ruins, destroy your places of worship, and refuse to accept your sacrifices. I will destroy your land so completely that the enemies who occupy it will be shocked at the destruction. I will bring war on you, and I will bring war on you and scatter you in the foreign lands. Your land will be deserted, and your cities left in ruins. Then the land will enjoy the years of complete rest that you would not give it. It will lie abandoned and get its rest while you are in exile in the land of your enemies. I will make those of you who are in exile so terrified that the sound of a leaf blowing in the wind will make you run. You will run as if you were being pursued in battle, and you will fall when there is no enemy near you. You will stumble over one another when no one is chasing you, and you will be unable to fight against any enemy. Yes, you will die in exile, swallowed up to... Sorry, I'm getting a little lost. You will die in exile, swallowed up by the land of your enemies. The few of you who will survive in the land of your enemies will waste away because of your own sin and the sin of your ancestors. But your descendants will confess their sins and the sins of their ancestors who resisted me and rebelled against me, and caused me to turn against them and send them into exile in the land of their enemies. At least when your descendants are humbled and they have paid the penalty for their sin and rebellion, I will I will renew no, I will remember my covenant with Jacob and with Isaac and with Abraham, and I will renew my promise to give my people the land. First, however, the land must be rid of its people so that it can enjoy its complete rest, and they must pay the full penalty for having rejected my laws and my commands. But even then, when they are still in the land of their enemies, I will not completely abandon them or destroy them. That would put an end to my covenant with them, and I am the Lord their God. I will renew the covenant that I made with their ancestors, while I showed all the nations my power by bringing the people out of Egypt in order that I, the Lord, might be their God. All these are the laws and commands that the Lord God gave to Moses on Mount Sinai for the people of Israel. Well, that's a fair bit. Chapter 27. Laws concerning gifts to the Lord. The Lord gave Moses the following regulations for the people of Israel. When a person has been given to the Lord in fulfillment of a special vow, that person may be set free by the payment of the following sums of money, according to the official standard. Adult male, 20 to 60 years old, 50 pieces of silver. Adult female, 30 pieces of silver. Young male, 5 to 20 years old, 20 pieces of silver. Young female, 10 pieces of silver. Infant male under 5, 5 pieces of silver. Infant female, 3 pieces of silver. Male above 60 years of age, 15 pieces of silver. Female above 60, 10 pieces of silver. If the man who made the vow is too poor to pay the standard price, he shall bring the person to the priest, and the priest will set a lower price, according to the ability of the man to pay. If the vow concerns an animal that is acceptable as an offering to the Lord, then every gift made to the Lord is sacred, and the man who made the vow may not substitute another animal for it. If he does, both animals belong to the Lord. But if the vow concerns a ritually unclean animal, which is not acceptable as the offering to the Lord, the man shall take the animal to the priest. The priest shall set a price for it, according to its good or bad qualities, and the price will be final. If the man wishes to buy it back, he must pay the price plus an additional 20%. When someone dedicates his house to the Lord, the priest shall set the price according to its good or bad points, and the price will be final. If the one who dedicated the house wishes to buy it back, he must pay the price plus an additional 20%. Wow, putting pricing and financing on these things. Well, maybe not financing, but definitely pricing. If a man dedicates part of his land to the Lord, the price shall be set according to the amount of seed it takes to sow it, at the rate of 10 pieces of silver per bushel of barley. If he dedicates the land immediately after a year of restoration, full price applies. If he dedicates it any time later, the priest shall estimate the cash value according to the number of years left in until the next year of restoration, and set a reduced price. If the man who dedicated the field wishes to buy it back, he must pay the price plus an additional 20%. If he sells the field to someone else without first buying it back from the Lord, he loses the right to buy it back. At the next year of restoration, the field will become the Lord's permanent property. It shall belong to the priests. If a man dedicates to the Lord a field that he has bought, the priest shall estimate its value according to the number of years until the next year of restoration, and the man must pay the price that very day. The money belongs to the Lord. At the year of restoration, the field shall be returned to the original owner or to his descendants. All prices shall be set according to the official standard. The firstborn of an animal already belongs to the Lord, so no one may dedicate it to him as a free will offering. A calf, a lamb, or a kid belongs to the Lord. But the firstborn of an unclean animal may be brought back at the standard price plus an additional 20%. Bought back, sorry. If it is not bought back, it may be sold to someone else at the standard price. No one may sell or buy back what he has unconditionally dedicated to the Lord, whether it is a human being, an animal, or land. It belongs permanently to the Lord. Not even a human being who has been unconditionally dedicated may be bought back. He must be put to death. Okay. 1/10 of all of the produce of the land, whether green or fruit, belongs to the Lord. If a man wishes to buy any of it back, he must pay the standard price plus an additional 20%. 1 of every 10 domestic animals belongs to the Lord. When the animals are counted, every 10th one belongs to the Lord. The owner may not arrange the animals so that the poor animals are chosen, and he may not make any substitutions. If he does, substitute one animal for another. Then both animals will belong to the Lord and may not be bought back. These are the commands that the Lord gave Moses on Mount Sinai for the people of Israel. So, with that finishes out the book of Leviticus, and I think that's a good place to stop because I am tired, I'm falling asleep, and I don't want to wake up and have an hour of just me sleeping in the chair. So, but hey, we finished Leviticus, which means next time we'll move on to the book of Numbers. So awesome. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching. Like and favorite if you enjoyed. Subscribe to become a VIP today, and I will see you all next time. Have a great